track, I felt so strong. I got you on my mind, but something's been done wrong. Sometimes I've been thinking of what to make of me and my memories. Sometimes I've been thinking of, dreaming of what it could have been besides memories. 'Cause I still need you.
Liquid as first pick, it seems. So it appears either Liquid prefers first pick, or VP prefers Dire, or VP prefers second pick. I actually think VP prefers second pick. They took that against us, at least in the groups. So I think they like to have the last pick for no one, the mid hero. And then they like to pick this troll as well because they played both mid and safe lane, so it's actually very annoying. You don't know where he's going. And then they have this last pick, like Ursa last game, because they saw, well, this is Nyxus as North lane, we can just Ursa safe lane and play mid heavy.
What would you say the mix is of teams choosing side over pick? Would you say it's consistent, or is it just kind of depending on the team?
I think it depends on the team a lot. I know IG played a lot of games on Radiant, for example. They're out now, but yeah, it depends. Some teams prefer first pick because then you can kind of counter pick all your way through to the last ban. Whereas, you know, second pick gets the last pick, which is super valuable as well. So it's pretty hard to call. Like, it depends really what team you are.
Send.
Got a tree.
Yeah, I mean, this was banned in the first game. Immediately Liquid sees it in the second. Same bans from VP as well.
So last game Liquid also had first pick, and they banned Treant actually to pick this Void, and left the Daxia. I don't think they wanted Daxia last game. I think they might have just underestimated the Daxia against Void matchup. But anyways,
no, there's the Coddle.
They get the Coddle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to their strengths.
Have they played this a lot in Moscow, or is this just more of a generic Liquid pick?
They've been picking it a lot over the last couple of months.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
In tournaments.
It works really well with their team because they have so, like, we've always talk about it. They have so many farmers. This hero kind of like enables that a lot more because you also like keep pushing the lanes out constantly, and you can bring your teammates anywhere to farm always.
It's really good at stopping your opponents from ending the game against you if you want to farm more as well.
Right.
Jakiro picked up for damage over time partially. It's really good against tree to break living armor, and good at pushing buildings too.
Two heroes that break tree, living armor very easily, Sandstorm and Jakiro.
Yeah, it's hard to know if this tanking is offlane or support, because some teams do run this duo on the offlane, tanking Jakiro, because they're both very tanky, and they push in the lane. They're very hard to fight early on. But I think, knowing VP, I think they're gonna put tanking support.
Just put it on Lil again.
Yeah, I think so. We'll see.
They have another choice. Please. Why is that?
You really do have a degree in memeology. You weren't lying the other day. That was good.
Yeah, you see? He's experienced. Dimitri the Memer. Thank you so much. Ooh, the split.
VP banning out Bristle because Liquid's very good at keeping one hero alive, especially if Carl gets eggs, so they're probably afraid of like a... It's a good combo in lane, and it's good trying to like end the game as well. Just keep healing him, let him push tower.
Clockwork and Breast gone.
But at least the Coddle pick tells me that they realized last game Coddle was unpicked, unbanned. So they are thinking about what to do after game 1, right? They realized, well, Coddle was in the pool, let's just go and pick it this game, and then, you know, play this type of game.
They get the Troll versus the Treant Protector, just like you mentioned about the Jakiro, just bring buildings down, take towers out. They also, like you said as well, Misery, we still don't really know where these lanes can be. This can be a lot of different variants coming out from Virtus.Pro where they can go. Troll mid, Troll safe lane, Senking off lane. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen Jakiro being played by Pasha, but I've seen other teams do it. I'm sure more than likely that won't be the case, but...
The audience are going to take their seats. They want to be making sure they're nice and comfortable for this one. Could be Virtus.Pro in the semi-final.
And the Earthshaker pick, you've seen some success. Very good at counter pushing in the same vein as Coddle. Like a Fissure and a Illuminate kills anything in the wave. And they have so much counter push. I feel like Chen is slightly a mistake, but do you feel like it's too much push for an Earthshaker and a Coddle to deal with?
I think it also comes down to I think Chen Sanking especially is very strong together because the Sanking automatically pushes in the lane and he has a stun, which enables Chen very well. Like this Chen is most likely just gonna take a creep and run immediately to the Sanking, and then this Treant and Coddle, it's irrelevant that they stop pushes later on because they can't fight this Chen creep.
Or they already lost so many towers it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But so they have 3 ways of killing towers in a way, with Troll, Jakiro, and Chen, and then even Sanking as well kind of works like Adaxia in this game because he keeps pushing in the lane. So this is essentially the replacement.
Jug last pick for VP. Jug the obvious one.
Was it banned last time?
I think they might pick a mid hero here and put the Troll safe lane. But yeah, we'll see. Like they don't need to pick an Ursa. It's a Shaker. He's gonna Fissure block, but not really pressure this Troll. So they don't really need the Ursa this game, the same way. But I think Chen is as strong as that hero is in lane. It also you are kind of required to get something done. If you are this level 2 or 3 Chen at 5 minutes, you can become useless very fast. And if the Coddle starts getting levels and the Shaker and Tree and stuff, then you're gonna find yourself just every time you show your Chen creeps there, you're gonna get blasted and you're not gonna have so much fun playing.
LD.
So I think like it's gonna come down to the bottom lane a lot for VP. If the Sanking and Chen together are gonna do well. If they're gonna do well, then I think it's gonna be hard for Liquid.
They're like drafting for like the stall out thing. Coddle or Shaker to kind of just like push out the waves, low injury, just to farm as much as possible, get that Radiance online.
Yeah. Well, right now it's like a little bit like game 1. They kind of lack damage. They don't really have any nuke. They don't have any way of like killing these tanky heroes with a Chen behind it, like Troll and Jakiro. It's like very hard. I think they need a lot of levels and quite a bit of items to actually fight VP back.
Yeah, the one I'm looking at is Earthshaker mainly. Like I feel like they regret grabbing that as their 3rd pick now because they might need him to fight really early, but without Blink he's just a crappy support.
Yeah, and the question is, where's Miracle going as well?
Yeah, they don't have crazy amount of like team fight on the side of Liquid.
I think they picked this Coddle on this Treant and they're like, yeah, I'll save it and secure it. No guys, this is so strong, right? You have a Treant with 100 base damage and you have this Coddle to push out the lane if necessary and stuff. So they can pick the Shaker that goes off lane, blocks off the lane, gets himself some levels and like some farm there on his own. They don't need to help him. And then VP just picks this Chen and it's like, your safe lane is not secure, bro.
It's not safe anymore.
Now there's Chen creeps coming at you, you know, it kind of breaks what Liquid wants to do in their safe lane, to some extent. But there's a reason why, like, not that many teams play Chen. It's not that easy to just go and do. It's a hard hero to pull off, I think.
They still take out the Ursa anyway.
Bye-bye, Ursa.
Just that early game aggression. DPS loves that hero so much too, and they banned out Razor.
How much damage would Razor have done to to the VP roster? Is it just Troll they were worried about?
Dragon Knight.
Usually you pick Razor last if you don't get a last pick because it matches up really well, and now VP gets to get a favorable matchup for them.
For DK.
So a lot of times teams will just pick the safe Razor because they know that it'll do pretty well against anything. And it's good at front laning too.
So where is the damage coming from with Liquid now? You said they don't have a nuke and they pick DK.
Items.
They need levels. If they get levels on their Shaker and Coddle and Dragon Knight before it's too late kind of thing, then they should be fine, because then they can keep stalling with their spells, kill the creep waves and stuff. But once again, it really depends on how they can play this early game, because their heroes, if they die too much, it's gonna be probably a repeat of game 1.
Yeah, that was the story of game 1, was try and survive, try and take it late, and it looks like Liquid are taking it in again. Attempt number 2.
I think maybe VP wanted Queen of Pain last. Now that they're staring down this Dragon Knight, they might reconsider, because DK is conceptually pretty good against QoP, because he can like stun the Queen and then the Queen dies, kind of thing. But I think they'll do it anyway. I think they'll be VP and be like, well, fuck it.
This is our plan.
Yeah.
Come at
We'll
us.
see.
They don't like to change.
I'm a bit intrigued by the DK pick.
Why is that? Are you trying to justify it? What would you have preferred?
I'm not too sure what I would have preferred. I don't really look at Miracle, and I think like Dragon Knight for this guy, right?
I'm
Like,
with you. Well, it's not Invoker.
Spirit.
Amber's really good here.
Yeah, like a gap close, magic damage against
Haven't
Dragon
seen that
Knight.
guy that much lately, because he is very abusable. Like when you pick him early, he gets abused by a lot of heroes mid lane. Like we saw Shaker, some Bloodseekers, or what was it? Like there's just a lot of ways you can counter him with OD as well. But when you pick him last like this, he's still like super powerful, because they actually don't have a way to really deal with him.
Ember.
million ways to burn off the living armor as well if they go on anybody. Now with that too, so it's like.
I'm sensing seeds of doubt for a third game here.
Yeah, I think I like VP's draft better. I think they're going to be able to pressure the mid laner really well and the safe laner, and I think Liquid's going to get ran over.
Ran over. Interesting word to use. What about doubting the boys?
I'm not like crazy about the Dragon Knight last pick. I'm gonna have to go with VP. I mean, it depends a lot on this Chen though. It's like, it's that kind of hero. It's like either you win the game pretty quickly, like sub 30 minutes or like 35 minutes-ish or so, or you're probably in some trouble.
If they're cool, they put some kind of Coddle, Dragon Knight duel in off lane and put the Shaker mid against Ember.
That would be pretty cool.
That would go, but because then the Chen kind of has to go like everywhere, and it's not fun for Chen. He wants to be on just one lane, I think, and pressure that lane and do stuff
Static
there.
Chen. But you have to give me a team name.
I think VP.
Okay.
Yeah.
Faith in Virtus.Pro, and is that certainly put in the right place after that draft. Our experts believe this could be it, and they will lock themselves in versus LGDFY tomorrow in that semi-final. Liquid stand against them and against the crowd as we jump into potentially the last game that Liquid will play.
It's a sweep for VP, Ben. Nobody believes in Liquid. Do you?
I think they have a better lineup this game. I think they realized a lot of their faults from last game and have shortened up their weaknesses. I was looking at some of the signs they had, like signs behind the Russian cash, and one of them was kick Pycat. I was like, gee, that's rude. That's rude.
At least let him play at the Summit first. It's a little late to find a replacement, guys, but not looking so hot nowadays either. Virtus.Pro, the ones who carry the mantle of CIS Dota. They do so proudly. So, Pycat wanted to see the off-lane Dragon Knight dual lane. It does not seem we are getting that.
Yeah, because Earthshaker owns the Ember Spirit in a mid if it's a straight one-on-one matchup like we've seen. But as Bizarre mentioned, they do have the Ember Spirit as the last pick, so it is not going to be a swapperoo from Team Liquid, and they will be putting the Dragon Knight in the mid lane versus the beastly no one on the Ember Spirit.
Solo could be in a little bit of danger here, as Liquid seem to know he's in the neighborhood. They're actually trying to cut him off at the pass. Mind Control moving into this top lane. Gets the body block, finds the fissure as well. Solo now caged in a little bit. GH has not skilled anything yet. They're diving the Dragon Knight.
4 tangos.
Woo. Well, Solo's game just got a whole lot harder. Not a very common rotation. I'm actually not sure how they knew that he was there. Maybe just expecting that type of move. Also, looks like Sentry gets dropped. I believe they also dewarded him as well.
Looks like Solo is still going to get the pull off on the side, so Ramses is going to have to tank some creeps to the tower, but he's already under a lot of fire. This Keeper Shaker lane, very, very old school lane, incredibly good at pushing out the wave and pressuring the safe laner. It's very difficult to get away with pulls like this because your safe laner is not going to have that much regen. Solo already had to use all his regen. Luckily, Ramses does have 3 sets.
Yeah, 7 tangos and a salve. He was expecting quite a bit of early aggression. And as for Liquid, that is going to leave a Lone Druid solo bottom for now. Lil choosing to start his pressure there, though he's got to creep in the mid lane, helping no one out. So no one getting that, basically 2v1 lane to start. The Satyr spamming all the shockwaves and keeping Miracle down for the time being. Thoughts on the Chen, like in this situation, where would you ideally want to be pressuring?
Well, it looks like,
they're trying to make it go on Ramses. Hold that thought. Diving the troll in the top lane. They already committed the fissure. Illuminate coming through. The blast will connect. He's also dangerously low. Has his tangos and may have to use quite a few. Salving his way through the trees. Mind control has the fissure soon. Looks for the opening. Connects as well. The regen is just getting absolutely eviscerated here for VP. They have committed a salve 4 tangos already. More have been purchased by Solo.
This is great though for VP because they're not actually dying. Kuro is very low in terms of experience. He's like level 1 1/3. And it's good that the tree is not disrupting his lane. One of the things about as I say that,
keeping the pressure going. Solo blocked in and Liquid strike first. Nice first blood there. The tri-lane continues. Meanwhile, Lil, this guy snipes couriers with every hero. He's going for
oh man, what a guy. Oh, it's a bottle.
The original
it's gonna have a bottle too. Oh no,
could be disastrous. Nobody expects the Chen backstab. Lil finding his way right through the trees. Courier down. You can just taste the tears of Miracle from here.
That hurts. So does being in a troll lane versus this
Ramses is getting the hate parade. Not sure how much he rages, but at least no one's a little bit happier. In the mid lane, Liquid find another kill. Miracle being dove in the meanwhile. No one on the chase. Chain's not connecting. Still going to try to immolate him down. Tanking the tower a little bit. Has to respect this, but keeps on going with the salve. Giving him that extra bit of survivability he needs. Was almost ready for another set of chains. I'm not going to dive any further.
I'm very surprised that Solo is pulling so much top. This just makes the tower dive a lot easier. If you don't pull, at least they have to use their mana on creeps, and they still have limited mana because Keeper was not that high level at the time. But I think it's also okay for Liquid that they're not losing any heroes in the mid lane. Yeah, you set Miracle back a ton, but this top lane, as you would expect, Tree is owning.
Yeah, without losing on that regen, the aggressive dives, and the fact that, as you mentioned, VP have been pulling a lot, it's just been easy for Liquid top. The other lane that's going well, Ben, is that bottom lane. Lone Druid's now been left alone. He's up against the Sand King 1v1, so should be pretty easy farm for him, unless somebody rotates, which we're not seeing as of yet.
Sand King should get a lot though too. Sand King, as long as he has Stout Shield, he should be okay.
No one's so aggressive on Miracle here. Very confident that he can play posted up, knowing that there's just been like a static tri-lane. You're not overly afraid of these Keeper of the Light rotations. So, I see the tree come in though, and Kuro does have a haste. This could be an opening for Liquid. No points in the Dragon Tail, but they're still going to dive no one a little bit in the mid lane. No kill opportunity as of yet.
Oh, that was really close. If he didn't have that Orb of Venom, he would have died right there. It stopped the bottle regeneration. He would have gotten chains at the tower.
So reinforcements arrive now to top. Lil is going to bring in the Thunder Creep, just getting slowly zapped down by the Harpy Stormcrafter. He's moved a lot this game, the Chen. He tried to secure mid, worked out well. No one crushing Miracle's Dragon Knight as you would expect after the courier snipe and all the pressure from the creeps. Pasha having a pretty good time of it. Despite being in 1v1 against Lone Druid, he's even in the farm department, and now they're looking to salvage this top lane. Troll at 21 CS, so are you happy with the Chen's performance so far?
I would say so. I'd say he's limited the mid lane already. I mean, that's pretty much clear that he dominated the mid lane. But in the top lane too, he's kind of thwarted off this aggressive presence with the troll. The last thing that troll wants to do is spend more on regen. He has to buy another set of tangos. He's forced to buy a raindrop just because it's the amount of magic harass. He just wants some alone time so he can get his lifesteal and do troll things. But he's still doing a very good job of like dodging all these spells without that much vision. And he is only limited one death in this lane. So still quite impressed by Ramsey's performance here.
Yeah, Ramsey's playing calm under pressure, and there certainly has been a lot of that in this lane. Meanwhile, no one. He's hit level 6. Looks like it'll be the Veil first build for him. And potentially could rotate. No teleport scroll on him at the moment. I'd be surprised if he's not carrying one moving forward.
Chen's had to sacrifice a lot though. He is only level 2 at the moment, but he has been trying to win at least 2 of the 3 lanes for Team Virtus.Pro. So a worthy sacrifice home, but at the same time he is going to start having to take
Look at this
get some experience very soon. Yep,
that courier coming right by VP under cover of smoke. It's not the best situation. They're going to look for the courier kill as well as the hero kill potentially. No, Lil focusing on GH will bring him down. Courier lives to tell the tale. Meanwhile, though, in the bottom lane, Liquid mirroring this movement with a gank of their own towards the enemy safe lane. Pasha's a little bit more elusive than a keeper of the light. He burrow strikes back, but it's into the waiting of Darks of Miracle. Should be a kill. The root comes through to secure it. Matumba Man, the root god.
Smoke gank into tower push, and this time they have the Dragon Knight level 6.
Oh, no GH? Not again. No one is diving. Looks like he will survive, just barely though. A huge amount of pressure on this keep it light, and Solo's coming to cut him off at the pass. He gets him with the liquid fire. Just a little puke from the dragon, and down he goes.
Oh, Tree is there. Solo trying to slow him down a little bit.
Looking for Solo. Mind control there with the enchant totem. Decent damage, but Twin Head Dragon is decent armor at that. Not able to survive. So Liquid do strike back. Make it 4-2. They also got the tier 1 bottom while this was all happening.
This is not that great for Virtus.Pro in terms of the momentum of the game. The towers are getting pushed down. They're supposed to have multiple ways to pressure towers, but no one's even getting close to right-clicking these towers because of the amount of pressure that this Tree is bringing. And I think this is why Tree is just first ban material for most teams. He's just incredibly mobile, and he can also win you the T1 tower, which is so important in this patch.
No one hoping for a tasty rune in the top lane, and won't find it. It's going to be an illusion bottom. Good change there. He'll back away. All the while, the Spirit Bear doing a little bit of scout. He wants to deny it to the neutral.
Miracle.
Pasha may have gotten the last hit on that Spirit Bear. As yeah, Miracle is being pursued in the mid lane. Trying to get in range here. They bring Solo forward, but too tanky. He's gone for the raindrops, the completed wand, the power treads. This is a beefy Dragon Man.
Sooner or later, they need to get the Sand King involved, but it seems like he's going to try prioritizing his Blink first, which I think is very important versus Keeper. Keeper's worst nightmare is heroes that are right on top of him. They already have one way to approach with the Ember, and with the Sand King, they will have 2 ways to just completely eliminate him from the fight. And also, it's a good way to get on top of the Lone Druid so you can actually start killing him, and of course, set up on the Dragon Knight. The Blink Dagger is going to be mandatory for him because this early game did not go so well for them. The safe lane was a disaster, and they aren't able to right-click any towers down early.
Again, the fissure harass on Ramses, but in the middle lane, an aggressive move forward by No One. He gets trapped in the trees. Will Remnant out, and now reinforcements sweeping in for the side. Pasha no blink yet. An opening here could change that though as he revs up the Epicenter. Kuroki not able to cancel it in time. Will end up falling, gets the rune off though, and now the turn with mind control coming in. Enchant Totem doesn't have the echo just yet, so Pasha makes it towards the high ground. The long range Dragon Tail comes through though, and Liquid turn it back the other way. They get a kill on the Sand King. They will slow that blink down despite the kill. And all the while, Spirit Bear just forming up a storm. Matumba Man, Midas already online, 700 gold in the bank.
He is well on his way to get mid lane.
Mind control not level 6 yet, so no one playing this one very aggressively, but has to respect Liquid's counter initiation potential. He'll jump back.
No echo yet on Earthshaker. He is so close to level 6. One more creep.
Oh, well, that was all happening. The Dire Courier did get picked off, it looks like. They find the root on no one. Matumba Man, he even said it himself. He feels like he has 100% root rate on first hits in this tournament, and he'll get one again. It won't lead to a kill. But does force no one back as the pressure mounts. The Dragon Knight picks, even without the Lundura, been so good at taking these early towers this game, and that continues here as Mind Control drops the dunk, looks for the follow-up, in comes the Chen, throws out a Hadouken #1 with the Spirit Bear, holds the line. Miracle, ultra tanky, has the stick charges, but the body blocks are unreal from Lil right now, locking him in position. They will find a crucial kill on the Dragon Knight. Spirit Bear retreats to safety as Kuro waits for the backstab.
It's so important for VP to stop these Dragon form into tower kills. That's the systematic approach from Team Liquid right now. They need to get something done while the Radiance is still coming for Matumba Man. It's still going to be a while. He's at 1200 gold right now, but if they lost that mid T1 tower, it would have been disastrous. And I still think they can take it very easily because it's at about 150 HP right now. And Troll in recovery mode, going for the Vlads. We'll have it very, very soon. Chen is also still a little bit under-leveled, only level 4 at the moment, but he has done what's necessary to keep the team from losing all their towers in the early game.
So, Ben, I know Frog mentioned on the panel, he feels like if VP haven't gotten a lot done by, 25, 30 minutes or so, they're likely in trouble with the Chen pick. Lil's also had a slow start. On the flip side, you said they really have to get something done before the Radiance, so VP seem to acknowledge that. They do smoke up and rotate towards bottom, but is it like a once he has Radiance, you're screwed basically type of thing, or how big of a deal is that?
Definitely not you're screwed. It's just I think you can put a lot more pressure on the Troll because he's going to need a lot more items to deal with this magic burn, this mischance, this scouting potentially too. It just is going to cause a lot of problems for the Virtus.Pro lineup. Even the initiation with the Blink Dagger on the Saiyan King, and I can foresee some issues. Also, Root plus Savage Roar is almost like a 3-second stun on everyone.
It's a hard troll game, right? You have the Blinding Light, you have the double roots, the Dragon Tail. Like, you have to get a BKB, actually triple root counting the bear, but there's so much control you anyway. And as you mentioned, there's Savage Roar to worry about too, so it's not like a troll can take over kind of game.
It's supposed to get Roshan. At least they're getting some tower damage now. There is a Liquid fire coming in on bottom lane, but no response coming out from Team Liquid. I'm surprised that they're giving this tower down free, but it looks like they are going to try and this T2 up in the meantime. The tower on top way more important simply because of Roshan.
Also, there is mission right now for Liquid, so if they wanted to rotate, about like 3, maybe 4 BP heroes being off the map, and they'd just buff Dragon Form, active, and Matumba Man working into Dragon Bear. This game.
Pretty award.
Set up a Kuro though, could be easy for potential, and meanwhile Epicenter big debut, but a Hazer by Miracle gets him back. Safety showed himself, now retreats out. Danger, the sacrificial ensure is like enough. Insta bash, insta kill from Ramses. Now, do they get more? Haste the Dren, flaps away. It seems they'll push that for now. Good Savage Roar. They did not quite to the tower, got it very low.
They're losing in cost heroes, getting so much tower damage done that it doesn't really matter. Like in mid fell very shortly thereafter. The T2 on top is gonna fall short thereafter. And this rating up from Matumba Man. They're doing a lot despite not really having that many items. Totally not significantly indeed. Virtus.Pro and maybe with Blink on saying they can get a more kill. They didn't get up on top the Veil because a really good fight in this game was around him, or around him, but not close enough to get owned by the Epicenter.
What else do they need besides that Blink to defend these towers? Like, he goes in with a full Epicenter Burrow combo, and
Chen Meg
Liquid just walk away.
They're scared of the Echo Slave coming out. It would potentially just destroy them. And they have a lot of melee heroes. Ember, Troll, and Sinking all need to be up close personal.
A Wily and off GH jukes out no one, as well as Solo. Got a Magpire hoping to catch him the truth. Instead he chafes the full range, illuminate, slowing this push down, and Liquid find themselves on the Mike here. He's going to be deep against the whip. Danger coming out with the fissure. Control keeps him in place. Echo's him ready if they need it. Rotation up. Lick get the kill. They do hold the tower and all the walk bottom. And coming from a tumbo, but he could be in danger in turn. His bear's low. His hero is too. He's completely whippy. Is there a missed opportunity? Might not be. If this result, can he chase Tumba down? No one has a remnant, and he needs every last ounce of gap closing potential to secure that kill. But the out of there. And GH will. Man, Matumba looked dead for sure. The axis just barely missed it.
Save the light. That was a one. Liquid. This is a completely different play last game. Crushing towers around the map that are split pushing non-stop. They also have, I would say, very games. Not even under the clock.
Slam. Building low from the. Hey, that's so nice for Liquid.
At least he bought his mech before, so maybe they can start pushing now. The only problem is Chicker is going to have his blink for next fight.
I'm really not feeling the Chen's impact, Ben, since that first 5 minutes. It's just disappears game.
It's lineup. I think they do have some the breathe fire, Keeper Light, Illuminate. None of these spells are ultimate yet. Will almost instantly kill a Chen wave.
And there's the relic gold for Matumba now as the courier is off of the secret. So
Virtus.Pro needs some various plays from Pasha to get back in this game. They just one good fight into a Roche kill, I would put them back in the game, but I don't know if they're going to get that opportunity to split ratings out.
Like, just seem to have that element of surprise. Kuroki lurking in the trees, threatening for the overgrowth. Illuminate comes in, chances by no one, and they'll begin their siege. Do have that Vlad's raise. Then look to take this tower down. As you mentioned, the whole crucial to this game.
Echo is ready though from control. His pitching is just a little bit to southeast intrigue right now.
Unfortunately, they don't have radiance, but the relic still offers some good damage in these coming out. They slow things down. Illuminates from the trees, and now the Veil lobbed out. Burrows his way in. There comes Miracle. Everything for Miracle, in fact, but look for the dunk. Jumping in to start with the enchant totem. Doesn't have the Echo cooldown, unfortunately. Mind Control, though, getting it done with that enchant. And now the chase. Liquid looking for more. The Leech Seed combo. Trying to find that follow-up. Locking Lil in position. The Fissure comes through. It connects on 2. And now the push forward on Ramsey's out of position and in trouble. Lil next. Chen on the run. Liquid striking back. Holding the line. Not giving up any towers for free. And in fact, taking 3, maybe 4 down with them solo now, limping back, flapping away, Illuminate, cutting them off, dropping them low. The Breathe Fire finishes and a triple for Miracle. And Liquid showing a completely different tempo, a completely different game plan, and making it work beautifully here in game number 2.
I think MVP of this game so far is the Hood on Dragon Knight. It has made them impossible to kill, and they're already losing the tower war because of the Treant pick, and then combine that with an unassailable Dragon Knight on the front line who, yeah, you could stun him, like Ember can jump him, but he's not going to die. And
they did that push without Echo up and without the Radiance, and they still got crushed.
So,
like, how do you deal with it then? If you can't go on the Dragon Knight, can they go for a flank? Do they have to wait for Liquid to push? What do they do?
Smoke around in the backline with the BKB on Troll, I would say, is their best option. But they're a long ways away from that. Troll Warlord needs about 3,500 gold until his BKB. They just need to win one team fight so they can rogue. That's all they're really looking for right now. They need any sort of breathing room, but Shen can't really create the plays. Hero can only do so much. So your only playmaker is a Sand King and the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit, there's a lot of roots for him to deal with. So he can't actually do that much. So the Epicenter burst onto the backline, I foresee as the only possibility for Virtus.Pro to sweep ahead in one of the team fights.
Ben, you mentioned Hood. It's now a completed pipe up against an Ember with a Veil and a Sand King, a Jakiro. Pretty good pipe game, if I don't say so myself.
Yeah, they just don't have a good way to like assault the Keeper of the Light. The Keeper of the Light, I think, is so well protected in this game in between the Roots, the Savage Roar, the Fissure, the Echo Slam. Like there's
and the Force Zap as well.
Can't kill him.
Meanwhile, Solo, much more killable. Matumba Man sticks onto him with the Radiance Illuminate coming through, and again Jakiro in trouble. Says, yeah, I'll just stop him, Midas, a creep real quick. I'm still coming for you though. Don't worry, Solo. Kills him off, Solo, with the Radiance in the end. And already Miracle setting up mid. It's just a full court press from Liquid all around the map. Constant pressure, defending their towers, not giving any freebies up to VP. See VP no longer feeling confident in their ability to fight. As Miracle comes into the mid lane, he's looking for that Dragon Tail. Kuro was there to cut him off, drop the ward. VP will dodge, but they're in full-on not fighting mode, and that is just very un-VP-like.
The thing is, they are committing to it, though. If you look at the Ember Spirit, he went for the Spell Lamp build over the plus damage. The plus damage build tells me that they're looking to stall out and win later, and then the Spell Lamp build means they're trying to win a big fight very, very soon.
They can't even kill this Keeper Light on his own. GH scoots to the low ground, gets back to safety, and all the while, space created, Ben. Liquid are taking this Roche.
Oh no, without the Roche, there is very little chance I think VP can come back.
VP could test this though. Kuroki's already in position. Leech Seed starts it off, catching out Solo, juking away. That's one very agile Treant Protector as Miracle gets in position with the DD Road. Is going to lock him down and even throwing out the pipe because, you know, why not? And meanwhile, they're also close to the Keeper Eggs. So when you look at Liquid with an Aegis, not only is it going to be hard for VP to, you know, push against them, good luck stopping their push with the whole team being healed, the Radiant Spare up front, ultra tanky Dragonite wailing on your structures. The Liquid 5-man is coming and coming real soon.
Yeah, they have big damage issues right now. Miracle is going for a second item, Halberd. So he has Halberd, drops Pipe. Just all team fight items. The Halberd's going to make Troll's life absolutely miserable. And with the Pipe, no one's really taking damage on the side of Liquid. And then combine that with the impending Keeper Axe. I think their play of going for mass team fight is going to go terribly wrong for them.
You're up against ultra tanky cores who have a lot of sustain, and they don't seem to have the burst.
No, and that's the problem. Their lineup is built around burst. Ember Spirit with the triple remnant Epicenter, like these are all very front heavy load in the damage sense from Virtus.Pro. And if you can't burst them down through the pipe and the initial Illuminate heal, you're going to lose the fight very, very badly. So they did commit to mass farming though with the BKB. I don't actually know if Troll is going to complete the BKB though. He has 24 gold, he has it in his quick buy, but if he goes BKB and they lose the next team fight, they'll probably just slowly but surely get crushed for the rest of the game.
And on the flip side for Ramses, the worry has to be he goes for a greedier item and then Liquid just 5-man right away, and all of a sudden he can't fight into them. So
yeah,
tough decisions around the corner for him.
They can't even split push though. The thing about Tree is he's incredibly effective at dealing against split push. The root into root, you can buy time for anyone else to come and just kill them.
With the old root mechanic, Ember would not care, but this new mechanic is painful.
And the on top of that, they have an Earthshaker who can lock someone down for like a good 5 seconds.
They're looking to set up something here on the bottom lane with Kuroki hunting Pasha. Reinforcements in the form of Ramses are in the neighborhood, and not actually going to commit to that. Goes back for the Maelstrom here, no one. Still very much on that magic damage build, but look at the counter from Liquid. It's another pipe maybe underway. Hood is completed on mind control now, and they have found one in the trees. Pasha gets caught out. Big loss for VP if he goes down. Rudy from Rain. No, he finds him. He resets him and plays Pasha now in all kind of trouble. Finds control, reading Pasha like book, but can they content in the end? Next to the south. It seems he might be able to, well, stay alive for now. But he will join the team, so Liquid just start backing down bottom. Tier 2 away from high ground, perhaps about to be sieged. How does the Sandkid even get back to the fight?
Yeah, it's really bad because it's 20 seconds to do. So Axe is already thinking they could maybe skip a creep. I don't think this creep is dying.
Yeah, they got Axe, as you mentioned. They put the one pipe already done. Being armored to help. They'll have the Dragonite to tank, and he are looking solid as they attempt to break. The Veil comes through. Already for the clip. They stand their ground. They won with the Flames, completely afraid of this AoE, and Gage lends the stage, but pushes there. The troll and Ramsey's doing a good job. This objective, but it's not as Liquid mounting this melee rack spot, and finally commit combo. Do they have the fire? But the burst line control down. He's got a hood. He stands his ground. He echo slams one, and now they look for more. Lil next on the list. Meanwhile, Kuroki TPing back his rooted Ramses. He stopped him in his tracks. There is no split push. They want to finish off this building, and they will. Right through the backdoor protection. Liquid get the job done. Perhaps they get staggered on the way back. No, mind control. Fissure again. Good chains. Fail combo. Trying to burn down the bear. Prevent it from getting active. They have a resummon if necessary, and Liquid continue the retreat all the while. Ramsey is being pursued to the ends of the earth. Kuro and GH are chasing him. They won't let him TP home to help his team. The pipe's there again. The bear's still alive. Chasing forward. Liquid have turned VP's base into their own. This is our home turf now, they say, as they have corralled Ramses. They've got to TP someone over to the shrine. The Emperor lending an assist. Oh, perhaps Kuroki's overplayed his hand. He's down. Now GH could be in trouble. Have Liquid gotten sloppy here? They've gotten that first rack, but the bashes come through. Teleports and then relocates to try and bring the reinforcements in. Ramses, though, with the blinding light, has to back away for a moment, and Miracle still bring around the Rosie. Pocket full of Posey. He wants that Ember. Can he lock him down? Solo lends an assist. A very scattered fight. Well, meanwhile, in the mid lane, a fight rages on there, too. Ramsey standing his ground, but he's been rooted, controlled entirely for now. Mind control gets back a once, a twice. Does he get the third? Locking him down. The enchant on him down. The Fissure as well. Finally cracks through that Aegis, but only one life down. Coming back for round two. Hill drop. Chen in danger now. Looking for a follow-up enchant. Echo cooling down at 40. The fight rages on, and VP on the ropes. GG. There you have it. Liquid. Just too much beef in the front lines.
Tree is an insane hero, and he clobbered that top lane so badly to the point where VP could not even get close to touching those T1. They, I believe, only got like 2 towers the entire game, and that was because Liquid were mowing down the entirety of the map. Aside from that, and yeah, GH is Coddle, probably one of his best heroes. I would say maybe even his best support hero. It was widely feared, and people thought that, oh yeah, it's a shift in patch, shift in playstyle, but it does have a time and a place.
And especially in this game, where they